Has there been any news updates on the Jon Jones situation? Like,
no, I haven't heard nothing.
That's so disappointing.
So makes me sad.
Red Band insights on this one?
Yeah, that's right. You called the dick pills. Bro, I would just like to say for the record, Brian Redband completely called the dick pill thing. If I paraphrase, you were like, let me say, he parties, he does coke, he probably took some dick pills. And I was like, what? Jesus Christ, it made so much sense. It was like, how it was there right along the whole time.
I just remember the FDA.gov had breakdowns of certain Rhino dick pills at gas stations, and a lot of them had steroid type things in them.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up.
He's so crazy. He was taking that stuff.
He probably still taking them.
Well, now I bet he would. I mean, now he's like, fuck it, I'll just take everything.
You could get addicted to him. I was addicted to him for a while. I don't know why.
I don't think he's addicted to it. The new thing that he tested positive for has nothing to do with that. They said that the new thing that he tested positive for is a steroid that they only test for in urine. And according to Chael Sonnen, it's like it's not a very common steroid, and it's actually kind of old school. It's like something they used to do a long time ago. So his thought was that if somebody is getting him to do that if that's not a tainted supplement, if someone's getting him to do that person knows their shit. Like that's some sneaky steroids.
Wow.
Yeah, and he said it's usually combined with other things.
Sounds so unfortunate, man.
I don't know if it's true.
Right.
He could have got sabotaged.
What's he saying? Is he saying
no one's saying anything? There's no official statement, I don't think. Because I think they're trying to test other samples. They tested a blood sample, and then they released the results of the blood sample. They always do a blood and a urine. The blood sample was negative, but the blood sample didn't test for that stuff. So I don't, you could speculate all day long. I'm sure as the facts come in, we'll get a better understanding of it. But it would be the most disappointing thing ever if someone spiked his shit. It'd almost be less disappointing if he took something and got caught than it would be if somebody tainted him.
That's why I'm saying he knows his past. It just seems ridiculous to think that he would even try. Even if it's old school or stuff they barely tested, it seems like why would he even risk that? Because he already went through that. You're totally right, but being a cage fighter is a ridiculous way to make a living. Yeah. And people who are cage fighters, especially like elite level, like a guy like Jon Jones, that guy has probably a belief in himself that you and I will never understand. And completely impulsive. And what he decides. So he's a wild motherfucker. That's why he's so good. Because he's smart and he's wild. He's legitimately wild. He's wild chances. I always talk about when he fought Shogun for the title. When he fought Shogun for the title, he opened up the fight with a flying knee. That was the first thing he did. Fighting a legend. Fighting a UFC light heavyweight champion. I mean, he was crazy talented. And still is, right? I mean, he's only 30. But he's a wild man. And wild men sometimes do shit that they don't even know why they're doing it. They're just doing it. And if you're a guy that's that powerful as a guy like Jon Jones, try controlling him. Good luck. Good luck telling him he can't go out. Good luck telling him what he's got to do. It's one of the things about him in the past is that he hasn't trained hard for fights. And they were way harder fights than they should have been probably because he really wasn't in shape. And everyone around him kind of knew it, but he was that good that he could fight world-class title challengers and beat them in 5-round fights without really training. That's how goddamn good that guy is. So you and I, we don't know how his brain even works. So who knows what the fuck happened? I hope he didn't do something, but then again, that means that one of two things happened. Either he took a tainted supplement, which is after a while almost becomes a joke. Right.
People keep saying that. Hey, stop taking supplements. Or even worse, that someone spiked him.
Yeah, the spiking thing, because it would seem like... that
would be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. You could do that to somebody, though, for sure. I mean, if somebody is around someone with nefarious intentions, or someone's around someone who's resentful, and you're in some sort of pro-fight camp, and someone just decides, fuck this guy, and just dump some stuff on your chicken.
Steroid cream in your hand cream?
I think there's things they could do to get it into your system. You probably wouldn't even know what
the test that came up positive, I guess, is the one that happened, right? It was after the weigh-in, right?
Yes. It's a urine test.
He wasn't tested at any time before that?
I'm sure he was. They were tested multiple times in camp.
So wouldn't it have probably come
not
up then?
not necessarily,
Or you just took
because
it
it's
that
really
day or
like,
something?
well, if I don't know like what kind of time period they tested them in, and I don't know what kind of half-life this stuff has, because apparently Chael Sonnen was telling Brendan Schaub that it gets out of your system quite quick, and that's one of the things that guys like about it, apparently, that you could do it and it gets out of your system really quick. You would have to find out like how much time do they usually have in between visits by USADA, and what are the odds they're going to get busted. Like how many times during camp are they willing to roll the dice? Say if they have a 24 or 48 hour acting steroid, how many times can you roll the dice? USADA visited you 3 times. You going to roll the dice this week? Roll it. Come on, I want to have a hard workout Thursday. Fuck it, let's roll the dice. You roll the dice. 27 hours, no USADA. 28, you wake up in the middle of the night sweating. 30 hours, no USADA. You know if they come, your fucking career's over and they take away millions of dollars. 40 hours, whew, you're peeing. No USADA. The next day, USADA. You start thinking, 52 hours? How many is that? How many hours is that? How many has it been? 48, 49, 50, 51, 53 hours. 53 hours. It's got to be gone, right? It's got to all be gone. And you give them that piss, just wondering whether it's in there.
And I'm sure there's stuff that you can take that supposedly washes it out faster, like any kind of drug test. Like weed tests, I think it was like cranberry juice or something you just constantly drank.
There's certain diuretics for sure. Certain diuretics can mask steroids. It's one of the reasons why they're illegal.